What's going on, everybody? So this is an old clip of Kevin Nash with his Click This Podcast host. Prior to doing the Click This Podcast, this is him talking about like getting over as Diesel, which I kind of thought was an interesting take. I'm gonna play it and then I will give my thoughts.
Needed a spot where Diesel was turning back into what got him over, because here's the let's really go back to where this all starts. I got over because of the Royal Rumble. I was a big mother that looked like an ass kicker, that looked like if you saw him on really walk in someplace, that guy would probably beat the out of me. I had a little bit of a legitimacy look to me. And then you find out, well, the guy's a bouncer, and he probably is a pretty tough guy. So as soon as I win and get the belt and beat Backlund in 8 seconds, which hasn't been done, I'm on Raw with a Santa cap singing "Wish You a Merry Christmas" to the Titan Tower crew. Why didn't they just cut my balls off right there? Put a 500 implants in, man. I could have fucking wrestled Blaze for the title. Jeez, I mean, talking about just out of the chute. I mean, I'd beg somebody to name some guy that's been in this business and has had any kind of popularity that goes from Master Blaster, Oz, where you pull off an old man's rubber mask to reveal you looking like a greenhorn with silver spray painted hair. You make it past that, you actually get pushed. Now you get to the top of the mountain, and for every 2 minutes, just like, is that another grenade? It's like, you looking at you, I just say, and people say, well, Ash is lazy. You know what? How many times in your life? I mean, paint your house. I'm down to doing the last thing and trim, and you walk behind me with a spray gun and do it black right behind me. How many times do you think I'm going to go back to the other end of the house and start meticulously doing it with a white paintbrush? You know what? It's black. You deal with it.
Okay. I don't know about that whole singing Christmas to Titan Tower crew. I don't remember that, but he's kind of got like a common theme going on with other guys in WWE after like they're done with WWE. Just frustration with creative seems to have always been there. It's always been there with whomever leaves. Like Punk was really vocal about his frustration with creative. Moxley probably more so, or if as much as Punk. Maybe I think more so. Moxley came across as like really frustrated. I remember when Brody Lee left WWE, he was really frustrated with creative, and he had that interview on the Talk Is Jericho podcast, and it just always seems like creative is very frustrating. Chris Jericho also bringing him up, creative, very frustrated. He was the number 2 match on the WrestleMania card and didn't feel like he was going to be any bigger than that. And seems to be a common theme. And it doesn't seem like it's ever going to stop. So there's wrestlers that aren't frustrated with creative. I've never heard like Seth Rollins. I mean, Seth Rollins is still a WWE wrestler, but I've never heard him complain about creative. I've never heard Cody. Cody's only been back a couple. Cody left because of creative, but he's the man. So I don't know. Creative. So like I don't know. Like I feel their pain. Like, but at some point it's like you just gotta do what you're paid to do, man. Like you gotta like they're paying the checks. You gotta go out there and just do it. You just gotta work. You just gotta do your job. Nobody likes their job. Jobs suck. That's why I'm doing this YouTube, because I'm trying to quit my job. So I'm just uploading a bunch of YouTube videos. But yeah, you just gotta do it and then buck it up. I guess I don't know. I don't think they were trying to cut Diesel's balls off. I never got that impression as a kid. Yeah, I was only like 15 at the time during his big run in the WWE, but I thought he was a badass. Even as a baby face, I thought he was badass, and I enjoyed him, and I enjoyed when he went to WCW, and I didn't know what work rate was. I didn't. He doesn't come across as lazy to me. Yeah, a lot of he wasn't putting on like 5-star matches, but that's what the undercard was for in WCW. That's what those guys were for. He was entertaining. I enjoyed Kevin Nash, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I think he's awesome, and I still think he's awesome. So yeah, but when it comes to creative, you're not always gonna get what you want. You did a lot of cool stuff, Kev. So like in the end, I wouldn't be too down on the creative because I think you're pretty badass. Let me know what you guys think. Is Kevin being too hard on himself? I think he's awesome. He did a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, don't worry about creative. Nobody remembers it. If you're worried about legacy, like nobody remembers all that bad shit that WWE might have made you do. Nobody remembers it. Everyone just remembers that you're the fucking man. At least that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.